Weekend is here, finally. Football is back for Manchester United. We're off to Newport tomorrow, but this morning, Saturday lunchtime actually. Welcome to the first Saturday lunchtime show. We changed it yesterday. We found out that this time suited you a lot better. What are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about the issues that Sir Jim Radcliffe has got to deal with that Ed Woodward has left behind. We're going to get into details about what's happening with Donny van der Beek at the moment as well over there in Frankfurt. It's not looking pretty, but the big story, obviously, still is the managerial roller coaster, which is about to start from now until the end of this season. Then into the pre-season, what is more important? Who has the more important job or summer now? You've got the situations at City, you've got the situation at Liverpool, Manchester United now, and all the other clubs that has implications of. It is going to be one big mess of a managerial mixer, let's call it that, because everything that everyone does now, and it implements Manchester United now, with Liverpool needing a new manager in the summer. Do United have to act quicker? I've put the poll up in the chat already there. What would be easier for Ineos? Do we need to start making moves now to try and get the next manager in line already in place and be ready to go when the summer starts? Or do we stick with Erik ten Hag? This is what is awkward, and this is what is going to be interesting to see how this pans out, because the Liverpool situation has only really just woken Manchester United up even more, I would feel, because they now know that Liverpool are going to be in for targets probably similar to what Manchester United are in for in terms of the new manager, if we need a new manager. And that's where the big questions are. It's like, do we wait to see if Ten Hag can now make this season work, or do we start acting and getting the feelers out and making sure we've got our targets in place ready? How can Ineos keep a manager on hold and wait for Ten Hag? Do they throw all their eggs into the Ten Hag basket and go, we're fully backing Ten Hag, that is it, no matter what happens this season, it does not matter, we're just going to give Ten Hag the chance under the new regime and we go from there? Or do you say, well, no, we need to cut ties, start afresh, new look manager with the players that we've got. We can't get rid of everyone. The players that we've clearly got issues with the manager with won't have a problem now. Will that save us money? I'm talking about Marcus Rashford, I'm talking about Jadon Sancho, I'm talking about how Ineos are looking at it. If they want to change the culture, for me, I would say they're keeping Ten Hag and outing the players. If they want a fresh start and they want as easy a start as possible, I'm saying that they are getting rid of Ten Hag. I'm saying they're getting rid of Ten Hag and they're keeping everyone in place, trying to save money and deal with financial fair play. I confused myself for a minute there, actually. This is Forever United TV, by the way, everybody. I'm already going on with myself and getting into the show without introducing it. I'm Adam, and welcome along. Get your comments in the live chat. Make sure you please hit that like button. I want you to smash the like button record today, guys. I want it before 10 minutes. I want to hit that 100 mark, and then I'm going to keep on pushing you. You have got your challenge today. You got your comfy 12 o'clock kickoff time here on Forever United TV, so it's time you backed it up. We're getting some likes in that like column as well. And don't forget our partners in the bottom right hand corner there as well. SofaScore, scan the QR code for the best sports app around. Updates, transfer news, team news, international football, club football, score updates, player ratings, everything across all sports across the globe. The number one go-to app, partners now with FUTV here. Scan that code, I'll drop in the description below and hit the link, and everything is done and dusted for you. Simple, free, and quality. That's what we like here. And it's free to like a video as well, isn't it? So get onto it, please, everybody. The managerial situation right now. So how I look at it, you've got a few different elements to this one. You've got Manchester City clearly wanting De Zerbi as the next manager in line for Pep Guardiola. Guardiola has come out yesterday and said that he's now thinking of extending for 1 year. I think, like I said, the Klopp news took everyone by surprise yesterday, and now everyone starts thinking, oh, hang on a minute, what if Liverpool now go for De Zerbi and they want him in charge? That's taken our plans completely out of the equation. And you know what? Liverpool is a head turner for a lot of managers. So go in there and work with that team, in that stadium, them fans, the history of Liverpool. No one's seen Jurgen Klopp leaving his role at Liverpool. None of the managers I'm talking about right now. So everyone who was like, I'm okay here, De Zerbi for instance, I'm okay at Brighton, I'll just bide my time, I'm doing well. United might come along, City clearly like me, Pep's bigging me up. All of this has now been thrown up in the air because Jurgen Klopp has left. If Liverpool approached De Zerbi, I think it would find it impossible to say no to him. You cannot turn down that job. You cannot turn down that job if you're a manager. Especially with De Zerbi already being touted for City. It's like, why should I wait? Am I going to get another opportunity to manage? And this is the problem with managers. We question it all the time. You've got managers that like Potter, De Zerbi. Lots of managers do it and stay where they are. It looks good. It's great. Or do you make that step up? People say it's too soon. It's too soon. You should just stay where you are. Don't make that step up. But no, you cannot ignore that. It's like David Moyes couldn't ignore Manchester United. When United come knocking for anyone, you feel like every manager is going to say yes. You do. Welcome to the members club, and Neil Cambridge, you absolute legend of a man. Please give the video a like, guys. And if you do want to become a member and contribute to the channel, just do what Neil did there. Hit that join button. Drop down in the description. The link is there to be a member as well, and alongside everything else. Thank you, Neil, and welcome to the club, my friend. Getting back to De Zerbi in particular, I think this helps United in a way. I would like De Zerbi to go to Liverpool because I just don't know if he has got what it is going to take to handle Manchester United right now. See, this is the argument I've had with myself, to be honest. It's like the most experienced man out there right now to take over the Manchester United job or take United forward is Ten Hag. He's 2 years in. He knows everything that's going on, and he can sort of implement change as well and work with Ineos if he is willing to fall into line with their new structure. He is the simplest option for Ineos right now. The problem we've got with Erik Ten Hag is the issue with the players. I think Rashford is falling short of everything discipline-wise. We talked about that yesterday. I do believe that he has got big problems, Ten Hag, with a lot of the players, and can Ineos afford that? And like I said, unless they back Ten Hag and they out all of the players that are an issue and bring in the right players for Ten Hag to work with, that's how that for me would be full on Ineos in line and aligned with Ten Hag, like he said in the press conference yesterday. Going along with the new culture that was set last season. That culture has disappeared this season completely. You can see players spitting the dummy out, players ill-disciplined, and everything that goes along with it. Why it's happened over one summer is just beyond me. I do not know, but this is the problem that Ineos have got to balance, I feel. I think that's where their big decision is going to be. But I don't think De Zerbi is going to be able to come in and change Marcus Rashford's ways. I think Rashford is hoping for a new manager to come in. I think Sancho is hoping for a new manager to come in. They're on absolute Bunderbar leading wages, aren't they? So they're going to love that. Erica has just renewed a Madred 2 membership. Thank you so much. Good afternoon from Germany. Thanks for your updates. Hi, Erica. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for all your support as well, Erica. It does not go unnoticed. None of the members do. I really appreciate it. And everyone, make Neil welcome as well as a new member. Make sure you bring him up and welcome him into the family as such. Thank you, guys. But yeah, I mean, I want to get your thoughts on this right now. Erik Ten Hag, in situ, knows all the issues within the club and the squad and what's going on, knows what Manchester United is like, he's used to it. You throw a De Zerbi into this mix right now. I'm not being disrespectful to him. I think his football is nice. I think it's good to watch, but I think he blows up. I don't know if he's got the temperament for Manchester United. I don't. With everything going on, he isn't going to be able to come in and be De Zerbi, I don't think. Whereas if he goes to where he's at Brighton, he can just be him. Results on the pitch, where they are in the league, everything is working right. He can be the hothead. He can be the centre of attention. No one's really looking at it. It's everything that he does, his antics or whatever, or his comments in the press conference, just get forgot about the next day. That doesn't happen at Manchester United. So I'm looking at De Zerbi and I'm going, can you be De Zerbi at United? I don't think he can. And that's the problem United have got with managers. It's like the manager has to be big enough to handle Manchester United. I feel like we know what Ten Hag is and we know what we're getting with Ten Hag. And yeah, it's not great at the moment, but does he deserve to actually be backed by Ineos and all of these so-called headache players outed by the new regime, the new structure? We have a super chat from Karen Took the Kids. Adam, I bet you could name 3 managers that you would swap Erik ten Hag for right now if they became available. So I don't think he's that important, to be honest. You could, if you were playing Championship Manager, FIFA. I'm not passing that comment off. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. I'm not passing that comment off like it is a joke and we're just naming managers willy-nilly. I think they are better managers. But right now, I think we're looking to find the right fit for Manchester United. That's the problem we've got. It's finding a manager to come in and handle all of the mess that's going on. And that step up might be too much. Where I think De Zerbi would step up into Liverpool, they're already used to that type of manager, that hothead on the sidelines, outspoken. The team already settled in, a way of football, a philosophy already built in, a structure already there at Liverpool. Yeah, a few people may go with Jurgen Klopp, but the way that the club is run isn't going to change, and it's already set in stone. Manchester United are in the middle of a huge change. Is it worth keeping the manager in that's there right now to see out that first year of change, and then once everything is up and running, maybe Ten Hag will surprise us, fall into line and actually start playing better football with his team? Maybe that message will start coming across to the players and he gets more out of them. If not, it's easy enough just to say goodbye. No payout for Ten Hag. His contract will just be out and Manchester United won't be paying compensation. I'm looking at it from all angles, you see. And there is an argument to keep Ten Hag in at United, even if it is a bad season. I'm going to stick to my guns and say if he doesn't make Champions League, then he's out the door. I think every manager at United needs to be in the Champions League, especially with the backing that nearly every manager gets. We do get a lot of money spent. We spend a lot of money. Granted, not in the right areas, and it's been a bit of a waste, but I just feel like everything that's happened over the last 2 days with Klopp now has just focused everyone's eyes on what might be needed. And I think it's going to move things forward very, very quickly. Going into the summer, if Manchester United and Liverpool are both looking for a manager, then that is a one-off. That is a complete, I don't know what the right word is. It's something that you're never ever going to get ever again, I don't think. It's crazy how Klopp has announced this. And obviously, like I said yesterday on the stream, I don't think everything is right there at Liverpool. For Klopp to do that in the midst of what they're competing for and how well they're doing, you don't come out now and say that. I've seen many people bring up the time when Sir Alex Ferguson announced in 2001, where he said he regretted announcing that he was going to leave at the end of the season. The players' focus went, and I mean, I said yesterday it may galvanise Liverpool to see Jurgen Klopp out on a high, but I do see the other side of it, and it goes back with like what Sir Alex was saying in 2001 when he first said he was going to leave United, and the players switched off a bit. The focus left the players, and it did hamper Manchester United for a while. And then he said he wasn't, and obviously the players then start to switch back on again. Everything turns around, but he does have an impact. It really does. And I think everyone's job has been made easier by Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool. I don't think you're going to get anyone better going into Liverpool right now. There isn't anyone better. I mean, you would say, like I think I said it yesterday, the top 3 for me managers right now in terms of clout and what they've won and recent form, recent years, Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp for me are the top dogs in management. Champions Leagues, titles, everything you'd expect a big manager to be winning, these guys are winning. And they are the elite. So Liverpool are downgrading. Liverpool are going to be weaker next season. This is why I think Manchester United need to be on the ball here. And it could affect our search for a new manager. Hit the like button, guys. Just gone over 300 in the room. Thank you very much. 30 minutes into the stream. You failed to make the 10-minute mark, guys. So please like that video. Let's catch up right now. I'll let you off if you get to the 120 mark in likes. And then we can try and push for the 150. But come on. Don't let me down on a Saturday afternoon. Everyone should be happy that football is back. Yes. How lucky was City last night, by the way. Oh, God, again. You just got that horrible writing is on the wall feeling, don't you, with it? You do. Oh, Pep's comments were interesting in terms of Jurgen Klopp. And then how he starts talking about now maybe renewing for an extra year. It's very interesting. It was really interesting because, like I said, I think with all the managers that are available right now, there isn't any really. No one's really available. Obviously, you've got to take him from another club, but the lure of Liverpool, the lure of Manchester City, the lure of Manchester United, everyone is going to be leaving their roles as managers to come into Manchester United, City and Liverpool. It's fact. We know that. No one can turn down the bright lights of the Premier League and working at the top level with three of the biggest clubs in European football. So there's a race. There is a race. There's a race between Liverpool and Manchester United. And it's like now, we will see how powerful Manchester City are. If they're lining someone up, because knowing City and how they work, they've probably got their new manager in line anyway, years in advance. They'll know who they'll want to be bringing in. Fast moving, well prepared, ready to go. And I think everyone now is just switched back on again because of what happened with Jurgen Klopp yesterday. So the merry-go-round is about to get going, and I think Manchester United need to be switched on. I think a quick-fire decision could happen now. I do believe Manchester United behind the scenes will be like, right, okay, we cannot afford to lose the best that's out there to Liverpool right now. We need to make a decision on Ten Hag. And there are rumours that when Ineos do get ratified by the Premier League, that we are going to start hearing more vocally from them out in public about what their plans are for Ten Hag. And I think that's what we do need. I think we need to hear something regarding the ownership for the managerial situation. Will it be the kiss of death? The vote of confidence? You know what it is. He's safe. He's backed by the board. You're not if you don't make the Champions League. I'm telling you that right now. Let's get into the chat and see where you guys are at with this managerial situation. Adam, we are not going to make top four. Let's be honest, says Andy. Hey, stranger things have happened. Miracles have happened before. Gehen says, De Zerbi has won nothing. He does not have the right CV. Keep Erik Ten Hag. I think once he has a structure behind him and a clear out, then he might see, we might see Ajax football. Right now, there is no direction or style. Erik Ten Hag, to make this work, needs all of the headaches gone from this squad. Have Ineos got enough power to do that? That's the only way I see Ten Hag surviving. Obviously, right now, he's stuck because the players that are causing problems behind the scenes are all he's got. And he has to make something happen this season. Otherwise, I think he's going to be out of a job in the summer. It doesn't matter for me what Ineos say. If Man United are not in the Champions League, I think they'll be looking at Ten Hag and going, you failed, mate. You failed and you're out the door. 1 year left on your contracts. Compensation won't be that much to deal with. Out you go, United make a fresh start. So Ten Hag and what he needs won't ever happen unless Ineos come out and just back him no matter what. And that would be strange, in my opinion, if they did, because you cannot afford, in the situation right now with PSR and financial fair play, to be out of the Champions League if you're Manchester United. The operation, or match day operations and everything like that, and revenues that are coming into the football club, we need to be in every single competition to make this work. So I think a decision will be made very quickly. Pap says, we ain't making top four, plus I'm done being trigger happy for sacking managers. So we don't make top four and you still keep Ten Hag, does that mean? Let me know, get another comment in. Liam Whitehouse, it makes transfers harder for Liverpool. You wouldn't sign if you don't know who the manager would be. I mean, listening to Craig yesterday on Anfield Agenda, is Van Dijk going to sign a new deal now? Does that mean that Mo Salah's going? He's got the perfect excuse to go right now. He said, I think Liverpool are going to move quick just to steady the ship. I do. I think they're going to be already out now looking. And I think United need to be aware of it. If there was a plan or a reserve plan for Ten Hag, does that now come to the fore? And we need to be more serious about having a new manager ready to go. Do you need to put things in motion to try and hold a certain manager that you want ready? Does it force the hand of Ineos? Is really the question. I'm sure I read something this morning that Pep said he is not leaving and may sign a new deal. It was a new 1 year deal. That's all it was. Tony, we need to stick with Erik Ten Hag because Erik knows who has what it takes and who doesn't. See, this is the old argument, isn't it? With a man on the inside who knows the issues that this squad has got. Like I said, he's the most experienced man to come into Manchester United right now because he's already there. That's what's important with Erik Ten Hag. He knows the problems in this squad. He knows the issue players. And if Ineos were going to come to him and say, look, we want to build this culture, we want to build this team around players that are going to take us to the next level, make your list of players that you think aren't going to cut it, and we'll have them out in 2 years maximum, then I think Ten Hag is the perfect man for that. The only problem you've got is, if them players are fighting against Ten Hag and the football is still crap, the outcry for Ten Hag's head is going to be greater than the overall goal. As in, getting these players out, because these are the players that have outed every single manager in the past and have been the problem at Manchester United for years and years and years. The results on the pitch outweigh everything at Manchester United. So he kind of needs to somehow scrape by this season for this overhaul to happen, I think. Because there's no one better or in a better position now than Erik Ten Hag to go to Ineos and say, this needs to change, this needs to change. There's no one in a better position to come with the Ralph Rangnick method right now, the open heart surgery. The only man perfect for that is Erik Ten Hag. He knows where the issues lie. He knows what Manchester United need, and quite clearly isn't afraid to make big decisions. So if they were to ask him, look, who is right and who is wrong for Manchester United, then I'm sure he will be behind closed door, naming the likes of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, maybe Varane, Casemiro. In his opinion, I'd disagree with that because of what they've won and how good they are. But obviously at their age, it's a different story again altogether. But the only thing we've got to our benefit with Ten Hag right now is what he's seen and what he's been through with the football club and this team. And half of it, even when the results are bad, and obviously results outweigh everything, like I said, but I cannot stand to watch crap football continuously, and that's what it has been under Ten Hag this season. It has been awful. And you're stuck, aren't you? You're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you want Ten Hag to out these players more than anything. But you pay good money to go and watch your football team play football, and it's absolute dross. It's depressing and it's laughable football. We are banter FC for every other football club. The songs that I've heard from away fans at Old Trafford this season, even the likes of Bournemouth shouting out you're getting sacked in the morning as they bang in a third goal, and then a fourth one that was disallowed. My God, that's freaking Bournemouth at Old Trafford, and their fans, they never bring anyone. They can never fill an allocation, but you can hear them above everyone else shouting getting sacked in the morning. We cannot take that anymore as a fan base. Like, it's gone past the point of return with that. Something drastic has to happen. And you know what? He's in an impossible position, Erik Ten Hag. He is. Because these players aren't going to do what he needs them to do to keep him in a job. But these players are the ones that are stopping him from doing his job, maybe. That's an argument for Ten Hag. I completely understand everyone coming back at me and saying, no, I don't look at the way he's treated Jadon Sancho. I don't think that's right. We've not heard Jadon Sancho's side of the story. Was it right and how he didn't give David De Gea the right send-off or the contract? Or why did he change his mind on that one? We don't know. We're defending one man when it could be him who is the problem. And we're just looking at what we see. We don't know what happens behind closed doors, but you cannot ignore what you're seeing on the pitch. And these players are not playing for Ten Hag. Some of them are. Unfortunately, they're not good enough. But still, let's get into more of your chat on this. Ten Hag spent 400 million on average players. Klopp spent not a lot. Just look at them play football. They have a style of play. We don't have one. Philosopher, style of play, yes, 100%. Sim, why announce it now? Why not keep it quiet, get everything in place, then announce it? What's happening at Liverpool? Something's happening behind the scene. Graham is in the chat. There's a director on the transfer committee leaving Liverpool too, along with those three. There's 3 other members leaving as well. So I feel Liverpool will be putting the pieces together ready, as in the structure, from now until the end of the season. And I think behind the scenes, we'll be looking at the new manager. I do believe it'll be Alonso for Liverpool. I think that really is hard to ignore. Xabi Alonso, I think, will come in at Liverpool. You just know it's like set in stone, but Liverpool, former players again, Doesn't always work out, does it? Doesn't always work out. Morning all. Hope some players pick up some form this game and until the season ends, says Asher. We need them to, Asher. Game tomorrow, it feels like forever since Spurs match. Up to 3 games a week. Spoiled me last month. Yeah, it did. We are about to hit that 2 or 3 game a week period again in February, thank God. I know it's tiring and I know the football's not been great, but hey, we'd rather have football than no football at all, wouldn't we? That's what it is. Let me see what else we've got in here. Liverpool fan here. It's going to be Alonso for sure. Yep, that's what I felt. There's no excusing Sancho, whatever caused it. Pitiful behaviour. Alonso refused to dismiss rumours yesterday. He's going to Liverpool. Steven Gerrard, hopefully, says Ramo. Oh, I'll take that. We need to be open. We need to open our eyes and say there's a clear group of players that wouldn't make it anywhere near even Angie's squad. We have been winning with moments of quality, but not discipline. Soft players, says Numbers Mason. Yep, a lot of people would agree with that. Almost at the 150 mark for the likes, guys. Please keep liking the video. Let's get them likes up there. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the issue that Ed Woodward has left with Manchester United as well. And we're all talking about players that are in the squad right now. And I think everyone's forgetting, like, the loan players that are out there have to perform well. I mean, Jadon Sancho's made an all right start, so his stock is going up. But again, I want to talk about Donny van der Beek. And that player coming to this football club, I think, has been one of the biggest mistakes that we've ever made. It's like looking at the first few games he's played for Frankfurt. He got subbed off at half-time in the last game. Not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. Obviously, that buyout clause isn't a guarantee for Frankfurt either. If Donny van der Beek doesn't do well, he's on his way back to United. Another poor performer. Another player we've somehow got to get out of the squad again. So we're talking about players that are here right now playing at the club. But let's not forget about the loanee players that have got to come back and the issue that they're going to cause. So can a manager actually handle this? The last thing we need is another manager coming in and going, hang on, I think I can make something work with Donny. No, you can't. He quite clearly has not got the quality to be a Manchester United player. He can't hack it at Everton. He can't hack it in Frankfurt. Yeah, it may change and his form may come from now until the end of the season. And I pray it does for the lad. I really do. But no manager is going to be able to come in and make Donny van der Beek work at Manchester United. We know this. This is another problem coming in. So again, it's another one for me what would be perfect leaving Ten Hag in place, because he needs to be the man that tells Ineos, look, this man is not working. This player hasn't got the discipline. This player has just not got the qualities we need to go to that next level. Write that list out and name every single player and get Ineos to work and get them out of this football club. And you know what? Sometimes it's like, would you accept finishing out of Europe this season, Ten Hag still in control, and all of these players that we know are problems gone, over qualifying with these players again, by hook or by crook, for the Champions League and being in the Champions League next season? What would you rather take? Because I guarantee you're just going to be bemoaning Erik Ten Hag and him needing to go every time we lose a game from now until the end of the season. It's just the way it's going to be. It's a very, very awkward situation. Perfect scenario for me is United pick up a bit of form. We actually managed to scrape through, but Ten Hag has the balls, which I think he has got. He has the balls to actually tell Ineos that these players need outing and they're gone. So in terms of issues for Manchester United coming back, Ed Woodward and what he's left us with, him and Solskjaer, the mess and the carnage that they have caused at Manchester United is something that no clubs could survive with. Manchester United are basically clinging on right now because of it. Donny van der Beek, Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood, all these players have got to come back and we have to sort of make a decision on all of these players. So the rumours about Manchester United raising 200 million through player sales, you're talking Maguire out, Lindelof out, Wan-Bissaka out, Donny van der Beek, Sancho, Mason Greenwood. Even some have been talking about Scott McTominay as well. if Marcus Rashford go, I mean, wow is all I've got to say. And you want to throw this onto a new manager? This is where I feel, and the more I argue with myself about it, and I do, and I will even more if results are not good, which is why I'm praying that United pick up form and Erik ten Hag survives this season at least. We need someone who knows what is happening for this summer to be in charge at Manchester United. We need someone who can tell Ineos and all of the new recruitment team coming in what issues they are, because I feel like Ten Hag will. He didn't give a shit about David De Gea. He doesn't care. He's made mistakes in bringing players in, but players that... The one good thing you can't say... the one thing about Ten Hag that you can't say is bad or you would want to change is the fact that he's got balls to make big calls. Ronaldo, Sancho, David De Gea, Harry Maguire, stripping the captaincy. I feel like he is the right man to work with Ineos in a way. I don't like what's happening on the pitch. I think that ultimately in the end will be the deciding factor in this, but there's a part of me that just knows that Erik ten Hag won't be afraid to name names when it comes to actually needing to really do this clear out. That for me is... That is the big thing. He knows that Donny van de Beek isn't good enough. He knows that Sancho hasn't got the right mentality. He's going to tell them there's two issues gone straight away. I guarantee you, if a new manager comes in, then straight away we're going to have the issue of Donny van de Beek. What do we do with him? Do we give him a chance? Sancho's coming back again. Well, he looked good in Dortmund. Maybe another manager who can soft soap him a little bit is going to do more. It's just going to be rinse and repeat again. It is going to be different with Ineos in charge. I know that, but the manager side of things right now is just... It's a difficult one. It's a real difficult one. 150 mark is up on the likes. Thank you very much, guys. Well over 350 in the room with us right now. Get your comments coming in. I'm going straight to the live section now. Be lucky to get 100 million in sales. I can't see teams paying big for what we have. They know we need to sell. Point. I'd add Anthony to that list of players that need to go as well. Erik ten Hag to start playing his style. LVG, Jose, Ole was sacked due to pragmatism. Come on, Eric. Tony says, how can we defend players who spit their dummies out when they don't get their way? We cannot defend certain player performances as much as we like. I mean, I'd like to defend players that I think have got qualities. And I'm not just looking through it as an agenda. It's like, I want to big up Bruno Fernandes. I know what qualities he's got, but I'm not going to lie, what I'm seeing is crap, and he's underperforming drastically. I'm not afraid to say that. I know that Marcus Rashford has got qualities, but right now, I really don't like the guy. I don't like his attitude on the pitch, and if an offer came in, c'est la vie, see you later. I do not care at all for any player right now in that team. If anyone left, would you be bothered? Is there one player in this team right now, if he left Manchester United, you would go, I'm not happy about that at all. I'm taking the Garnachos, the players that have just come in, like Højlund, Mainu. These players, these young players right now, you can take them out of the equation, but everyone else, the so-called senior players, there's not one that I think any United fan would be like, oh, I'm gutted. I'm gutted that player's gone. I can't believe the club are doing this. There isn't any. There isn't any. Honestly, Bruno Fernandes goes. I mean, some of the fan base people are like, wow, I didn't see that coming. But are you going to lose any sleep? Probably not. No, you're not. You're not going to with Rashford. You're not going to with Casemiro. You're not going to be with Rafael Varane. Any player leaves this team right now. Martinez, you could argue, yeah, that would be a bad move. Sorry, I forgot about Leacher. Unfair to sort of bring him in. He had a great season last season and got injured, so I can't really go in on him. That's fair enough. But everyone else, I mean, Luke Shaw goes. I don't care. If Onana went, I really don't care. Maguire, McTominay, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, are we going to miss him? As the better players out there? Yes. Yes. Do you know what I mean? That's what our club is. You go to City And there were players in that team that their fans would say, oh, no, you cannot. There'll be a big debate. You can't sell that player. You cannot sell that player. Liverpool the same. I would say Newcastle. I would say Aston Villa. All of their fans would be like, oh, no. There's always going to be a debate and an argument for every single player, I feel, in that squad or in their squads. Right now, with the way United fan base is and the disconnect that there is between us and the players, no one would give a toss about any of this squad leaving in the summer. They wouldn't lose any sleep over one man leaving Manchester United. They really wouldn't. I was going to go through a few messages quickly. Andy says, apart from the young lads, sell a lot of them. The only one I would say keep was De Gea, and we got rid. I was still getting rid of De Gea, mate, to be honest, but I'm with you on the rest. If Martinez wasn't constantly injured, I'd agree. I remember a decade ago, United loaned out a youth player to the Championship. That team changed manager and didn't want the player, so never played him. United had to pay $2 million to bring him back and didn't. Wow, can't remember that scenario. Who is that, actually? Erik ten Hag won't succeed with Rashford, Shaw, etc. there. But even so, I don't rate him at all. No matter who he has played, there's been no style. This is what I mean. I know where you're coming from. I'm trying to make the argument for Ten Hag, but it's difficult. It is. We can't unsee what we're watching. There is no long-term future with Shaw. The guy can't go a month without getting injured, says Matt. Rory in with a super chat. Cheers for that, Rory. Will Donny be like a new signing in the summer after getting called off at half-time yesterday and being called anonymous? Exactly what I was just reading and talking about, Rory, that his performances in Frankfurt are not lighting it up over there. He is coming back in the summer and we're going to have to deal with it all over again. It is just a sad merry-go-round of players at Manchester United. And Donny van der Beek, again, is an example of everything that is wrong with his football. Why did we buy him when we didn't need him? I actually thought he was a good signing at the time. I thought, we must have done our work here. Got into Van der Sar and we must be building here under Ole. And this is like another player in a style of play that we're going to play in. Like everyone else. So just looking at clips, I thought, yeah, surely. You know what I mean? Ajax and how good they've done. United are looking to move forward. Another dynamic midfielder. Never really did it. And he's just got worse and worse and worse. And we have actually destroyed his career. Because that step up to United is just too big. Real recognise real. Pop, come on, mate. Martinez has been out twice for the same injury because of the club's total ineptitude. Graham, I said United would not get a fee for him. Donny, my bet looks safe. Yeah, I think Graham's always had an issue with Donny. Yep, Sancho for me is finished at United. The supporters won't forget he downed tools and refused to be part of the squad going forward. And Jan came and he couldn't wait to go. Kissing Dortmund badge and everything like that. It's true. Dobby's in the house. Oh, you're doing well, Dobby, my man. Donny spent most of last season injured due to that horror tackle versus Reading. He's miles ahead of McTominay. He shows for the ball and always passes forward, unlike McGhost. You're comparing two different players in McTominay and Donny, to be honest there, Dobby. I have to go along the lines of I don't think Donny van der Beek is a Manchester United player as much as Scott McTominay isn't a Manchester United player. I don't. I think McTominay probably brings more in just what he can off the bench. I really do. I think he can be a target man. And I wish he had better finishing because he does have an eye for goal. Donny, no. I honestly don't know where you would play him. You could play him as a 10. Frankfurt have been playing him as a 10 and he's been a ghost. He has. I think his ratings have been 5 and a 6 so far. And nothing more than that. Subbed off at half-time. He made an hour on his debut. Subbed off again. He just isn't the right type of player. We've got to deal with that. People are still saying Donny over McTominay. It's a debate. It is, but it's a sad one because neither are good enough for Manchester United. How can Ten Hag implement his own style when he's had to play with a core of Ole's team for most of the season? He has brought in pretty much a whole team though, Erik Ten Hag, and his signings are failing. That's what you can't argue with. And I understand the Erik Ten Hag out gang when they say, look, you brought Onana in, he's made us worse. You brought Mount in, you can't play him because you got Bruno there. You brought Højlund in, he's a young striker. United need to score goals. He got 9 last season. You brought him in as our main transfer this summer. Ten Hag. I see a future in Højlund, but we're not going to see that under Erik Ten Hag. Mason Mount, I think, was a waste of time signing. I honestly don't know. Maybe another manager will get something out of Mason Mount. I know he's got the injury issue, and we probably shouldn't have bought him in the first place. And then Onana, I mean, my God. Like, I'm so happy that we've got another man in goal this week. I just pray that Bayindir does have a decent game against Newport tomorrow. I really want the man to succeed. So, yeah, I do see the argument for Ten Hag out and what he's done in the transfer window. Just not been good enough, especially not the last summer. And that is the worry going forward. Is it going to be the same? Hopefully. If he is still here, it's not him in charge of the transfers. That's what we've got to say. Almost at the 200 mark, guys, for the likes. Thank you so much. Keep liking the video. Let's hit that 200 mark. Like. Now, everyone in the chat, get on that like button. Let's finish strong, shall we? Thanks for all the super chats as well today, guys. Frank Davison says, just wish someone would have the balls to say, okay, let's see what we have in the youth and give them a proper go. I think we are giving the youth more of a go. You cannot bring them all in at once. And I think we are giving chances to players. One thing I will say, Ten Hag has been lucky he's had this crop to go back on in the youth team. But he has at least brought them through. Camberwalla and Mainu this season, Garnacho last season. Hopefully we'll see more coming through because we have got some serious talent coming through our ranks in the youth system. So I really do want to see Manchester United go back to their core roots with some of the youngsters, but we can't play all of them. That's a definite no. Want to see how well Dan Gordo's over at Vale as well. Really interested in be watching that one. Hugo, I want to see how he is progressing as well on his loan. 2 players there that are on the peripheral that a lot of United fans would rather be sat on the bench than the likes of Martial and Scott McTominay, to be honest. Some will say that they can offer us more. We don't know because they've not been tested yet, and it is the risk with younger players. I'm disappointed by his results, but these players that should have been moved on time ago. Chris says that was numbers Mason. Chris says, I said it all through Jan to June 2023. Our goal gets attacked repeatedly. You need a shot stopper, not a ball playing keeper. It depends what style of football you've got. If you're looking to control the game and you need a keeper who can play ball, well, every goalkeeper needs to be able to save a bleeding shot. I mean, God, you worry, don't you, every time someone hits the ball at our goal with Onana? His delusional post-match interviews are what kill me. I literally scream at the TV when he is clearly talking utter shite. It's unbelievable, the things that come out of his mouth. With you, completely. We'll recognise, honestly, when Ten Hag opens his mouth, I'm with you. Like, I want to just, my hand through the screen, grab his head and say, what game are you watching, Eric? What are you watching? Because it's not what I'm watching or the rest of the world is. How are you finding a positive in that? I know he's a manager and he has to sound encouraging, but it's like, seriously, wow. For God's sake. Camberwalla won't see a game time past the summer. You heard it here first. Graham, seriously, mate, honestly, I need to have a word with you. Are you just like in full-on depression mode, mate? Stop. Try and cheer yourself up a little bit. Have some cake. Have a bit of a brew, mate. Put an extra sugar in it. Stop being the downer. I know we got to be real, but you know what? You just don't know. Well, to be fairness, with all the centre-backs coming back, that's an easy shout, so I'm not even going to give you heard it here first, because we've got too many centre-backs coming back. That's a cheap shot, Graham. You're not having it. I'm not allowing it. But no, I mean, Camberwalla, should he get a loan as well? I mean, I think one more season in the youth team for him, see what he does in the summer. I think he'll get a loan next season, maybe develop some more, and then we could see the benefit of that further down the line. I don't see us getting rid of everyone all in one go to give enough room for a player like Camberwalla coming through and getting continuous football. But yeah, still, we are we are lucky that we have got these younger players coming through. I think it is a bit of a godsend, to be honest, because everything else, squad-wise, is just really disappointing for this team at the moment. But yeah, guys, that pretty much finishes our video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Saturday lunchtime, football is back tomorrow, guys. We're back this evening to have our interactive show and look ahead to the game against Newport. We're going to pick our teams. We're going to go through the normal match day protocol. Yes, the road trips are back tomorrow, guys. Different content tomorrow. And yeah, match day. We're going to get a few thoughts from people outside the ground as well. Get a few more people on the channel. We're going to break it all down. Hopefully Manchester United. I think the draw actually is made before we play. So we're going to know who we've got in the next round, which is good. And then from there, oh God, Wolves. Big week coming up for Manchester United. Cheers for tuning in, guys. I'll see you all later tonight. Saturday night show. Do come along, bring your drinks, let's have a ball, and let's just cheers to football coming back again, eh? God, we need it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you do like, subscribe if you are tuning in for the first time, and do share the video. Don't forget, scan the QR code bottom right for SofaScore, the best app around for all of your up-to-date football, cricket, rugby, tennis, anything you want. The best sporting app around for all updates around. Get onto it, guys. They are new partners. Thank you so much. I'll see you all.